your status now. I just say this one, her head did there. And all of that.
I have a lot of female friends that I talk to, but when we talk about men, hey, and you want to think deeply, you think that the responsibility on the man is a lot, and because you have to show up. I mean, if you're a father, your husband, you're an older brother, you are whatever you are, you have to show up. And just, I feel like a lot of men maybe put up a front a lot of times. Right?
Yeah.
So, but how is it like for you, being a man?
Man, since I was born, I've been in trouble. You get?
Yeah.
So I have this philosophy in my head that very funny and ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I hold on to it. I feel like boys, you're born, and by the 7th day of your existence in this world, you experience the most excruciating pain you experience.
Yeah.
By circumcision.
You have to cut it out.
Do you understand? Yeah. Feel pain, unhinged pain. Nobody takes us to therapy from that age.
Okay.
Nobody cares how we heal. And tomorrow when men start on quote philandering, they say men are this.
Is that an excuse?
No, that's therapy.
Wait. Philandering is therapy?
No, I didn't say philandering. I'm just trying to say that, trying to heal a pain is therapy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, the journey of pain for a man begins from birth.
On the 7th
day. I've never heard this before.
This even before I got married and we gave birth, I already knew that on the 7th day before they carry my son to hospital. As they carry, I was just telling him, bro,
be a man.
Be a man. You're already a man, but today.
Yeah.
We are initiating you into masculinity.
Yeah.
So anything you see, just go, come back. Anyafulugo.
But do you think that pain is remembered? It happened. It's a state of consciousness. A human being, whether a day old or two, I mean, there's a state of consciousness. However, because of how young you are, I don't know if you can really remember that pain.
Yeah, there's something called muscle memory.
Okay.
There's something called muscle memory. So, yeah, pain is even deposited in our DNA.
Yeah.
Pain is handed down. Do you know?
Tell me about it.
Yeah, I as you get older, you understand a lot of things that maybe years ago didn't make any sense to you. Pain is passed down. Everything that we are experiencing now, we are going to pass down to our offspring. It may not manifest in the next 3 generations. It may manifest in the next 15 generations.
Okay.
But DNA vestiges, some are benign, some are malignant or whatever it's called. But over time, it manifests. So I feel like for a young boy who just out of the blues, he came to somewhere seeing strange faces, and on the 7th day he passes through that pain. There's trauma, there's accompanying trauma, but because I'm a man, there are no conversations held around it.
You know where?
How many NGOs are dedicated to the boy child? The boy child is in trouble. Yes, now everywhere, even me in this city, 2016. I started Save a Girl Africa. Here was V. Real life.
And you're a guy.
Do you understand?
So it seems like a lot of us we feel that that conversation around the woman being endangered, an endangered species. The Bible also telling us that she's softer. Right, gives everyone that perspective of she has to be looked after, and then there's a takeaway. I mean, the lens just goes away from the man, from the guy, from the boy, from the male, and so even the males are. I mean, they're showing the support for the women, but these days we're beginning to talk about the male. I mean, the boy child, men. We're beginning to talk about it. What was like the hardest thing you've ever gone through in your 30 years of existence? The hardest experience you've ever had?
Hardest.
April 18.
You already know that, but I mean, a couple of other life-defining events have occurred. but at the top of my list, I'll say 2017 when I applied for an European Union contest, artists, journalists, storytellers, visual artists, etc. To travel to all the African countries and document stories.
Okay.
I was neck deep into a travel log I was working on at the time, so I pitched them and I was nominated for the competition, for the voting. So I came first. I had the highest votes. Faces to Hearts is the name of the competition, right? So I came first. I had the most votes out of Africa, and then I woke up the next time. I checked my mail. We are sorry, blah 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 blah, and I had already built my next 8 months around that. After traveling the whole of Africa and documenting stories, you have to go to Brussels and process, the whole story. But I just wanted to do that. I felt like that was where my career was supposed to head to, and not getting that threw me off. I lost my mind. It was not easy for me. And then I still receive notification from Facebook memories from all my campaigns from years ago, for that competition. But then I came first. It was like the highest gaslighting I've experienced. See these results. Now me come first. Make gonna give me the visa and make I travel. I be my name the pursue now. So I lost it. I was sad. I did not leave my mother's house for a couple of months. Like I didn't see sunlight. Yes, now. My brothers, we are, everybody will see me, you just see pity on their faces, so it's not easy for me. I'm a very intense person, so when I go after something, I go after it like a wild animal goes after prey. So, and you know how crestfallen a cheetah looks like or feels after running how many kilometers in pursuit of a rugged antelope that doesn't, so it was not easy for me. So it became a problem. My mother started making calls, kedu. So fast forward, I just landed to what's the name? Nnamdi Azikiwe University Teaching Hospital. I still have a file there, but I just went for therapy twice, and I didn't like I liked how the man liked me. Yeah. But I didn't like him. Do you understand? I didn't like him.
Were you running from healing, intentionally running from healing, or you just didn't like him? Maybe you thought you should stay more in that space. Nobody should disturb
I didn't like that he was, you're my therapist, not my father. Trying to be my,
control you.
Not like control, try to direct the trajectory of my, even my thoughts and I sick at the sick, be crazy at the crazy. So I didn't like it. But I mean, he was, like I said, I liked the way he liked me. Professor Wakwe is his name. I don't even know whether he's still alive. He was old at the time. Solid man, shout out to him. But I didn't continue the therapy. I couldn't continue the therapy because I know the fit just, man, at that time, what I was going through was this and that. I was diagnosed with ADHD.
Oh, yeah. That's attention deficit hyperactivity
disorder. Yeah. So, and it was my first time hearing this from his mouth. Yeah. He said, mana, yeah. So he told me they put me on drugs, so but they can't make me, I can't fat that time. Like what the drug did was to just make me sleep. All the time. I just want to sleep. I just want to chill. I don't want to no drive to pursue things that set my soul on fire. But all of that are in the past now. I came home to myself.
Does it mean that when a man is pursuing something, because a man likes to pursue power, wealth, woman, whatever you just want to attain, and you get to the point where it's like it did not happen, it can throw you off balance completely? I mean, what happened to you?
Don't women pursue?
and we, of course, we pursue something, but I think that a lot of times what power means to a man is different for a woman. I mean, it places the man in that space of rulership. A man just wants to also understand or feel that he's on top. He has everything under control. And I'm in charge. I am winning. I am the Lord. I am powerful. That's why you see men do a lot of things than women would do. I mean, a lot of things. So is it, I don't want to say that pursuing something is gender sensitive, but because we're talking about men and their well-being, do you think it was that, or the fact that you just wanted to make progress in your career?
I mean, everybody wants progress, but you know, the thrill is always in the chase. Most importantly,
the thrill is always in the chase.
Yeah, the thrill is the chase. You know, that is why men put in work, posting a girl, and once the girl agrees to be their girl,
they relax.
He gets bored. No more dates, no more flowers, no more morning text messages. So the thrill is in the chase. So when even when we are grinding, like this hustle now, like this is why they pursue this music now. Like when I have conversations with Mobito, we are just enjoying this present stage, this phase where we there now. Because na grind and suffer stage, you know, we are going to Lagos the other day and the police stopped us and took, you know, ridiculous amount of money from us. All those things now, na the thrill where they the chase. You know, many artists have in the past enjoyed that thrill, bask in the thrill, and then get successful and relax and chill. It happens. Comfort, like I said on radio today, ruins creativity, ruins art, ruins our core even when you're relaxed. So not getting that year messed me up, right? I still think about it in retrospect, but the last time I thought about it, I was like, okay, European Union trying to document Africa, right? And me applying, maybe they saw what I didn't see, because you know Brussels already has a bad story for, you know, Africa. You know, applying to be given that grant at the time, maybe I didn't know where I was headed. You know, a lot of stuff. I think about it and I'm just like, okay, if it had happened. But now when you know happened, I've moved on from that. I'm no longer that person that applied for that. Yeah. I'm no longer that person. I have evolved. So yes, when a man chases something and gets it, he go relax. If he still no get them, still problem. So you don't get the one we no be. Now what I tell you, man, they in problem. Man in danger species.
Being a man is a lot, I think.
Okay, women too, but then.
Although we have our share of palaver. I mean, share of wahala. So, but you said you came to yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. Like, can you describe it for me? When you say you came to yourself?
I came home to myself. You know, it was during the pandemic. Pandemic saved me. Yeah, you know, shut the noise of the world away and just had solitude. I could, you know, stay one place, because that place where you want to go, nobody did there. You know, I started, you know, coming back. My thoughts, my path started becoming clearer. I started understanding. That's why if you listen to my songs, you hear things like took a lot of wrong turns just to get it right. You hear things like before Anyafulugo, Anyafulugo. You know, there's that, you know, I know what I see, still know what I see. You feel me?
Yeah, I think there's so much depth with your music. Maybe that's why I connected to it and you. Listening to your previous album, Psychotic or Iconic, listening to April 18, that became my favorite. First, it's deep. Second, I could connect to the pain because I lost my father when I was pretty young. So the story you told about coming home and seeing people's shoes outside to getting into the house, and then your mom saying, "Oh, I'm now a widow." I mean, every line communicated there was intense. intense. And so when I listened, I was like, oh my goodness, who's this guy? This guy. You told the story beautifully. And I'm thinking that because you were a writer, it's pretty.
Yeah, I am a writer.
You are, true, you are. Of course, you write your songs. I think you communicate your music with so much intensity. But that's not what I want to talk about first. April 18. You told me the last time that you don't like to listen to that song. Are you still in that space?
Yes, I am.
You don't listen to it. How many times have you listened to it? Like,
especially, do you know till today I cannot even rap the second verse offhand.
Okay.
Yes, I have to look at the phone, or I'm a stopper.
Yeah.
That is how I want to be disconnected with, because I mean,
losing your father at what age?
18.
18, yeah, April 18. The year I turned 18. How was it? I mean, when you heard, you tried calling him, his number wasn't connecting, and then you returned.
That's not really your favorite.
Yes, it's my favorite from the first album. And you returned, you and saw everything, and then your mom said what she said. And at that point, you realized that you no longer had a dad.
No, my life had changed forever.
Yeah, I mean, that was a lot.
So you know that our people, Ndibo, we say, "Na what ane woro na kibe na ama." That is speaking when your papa, na they do wrong.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it was not easy. Still not easy. I mean,
Sure.
You know, sometimes I look at my son, I'm like, bro, it's my father, man. My mom who used to doubt it, because my mom's a devout Christian. Now she don't see similarities of my son and her husband. You know, and they're quite close.
Yeah, I mean, I've lost a father, like I said, and I think it's a deep pain. Nothing can ever replace that. I said I was going to do a video about fatherhood. Everyone wants to tell their story. I mean, being a girl who lost a father very early, you want that person who would protect you, who be there, who you can run to, who you can talk to. I mean, for the heartbreaking situations I've had, or separations I've had, I never had a father to go and cry and tell him, your gender has done me.
That is your gender.
Maybe, I don't know, I think it would have been a beautiful sight, you know, to run into my father and say, I just lost my relationship. But I had to do that with my mom. But I don't know, I think it would have been really beautiful. But that's on one part. The other part where you just feel like that absence is so loud. And what you said about oh, that's deep too. But do you think that affected certain things about you?
Yes, ma'am.
The absence of a father?
Yes, ma'am.
You started hustling early.
Apart from hustling, first of all, your father is your first bulletproof.
Protection. Your
first shield. And when he's out of the way, you're the most volatile piece of shit in the world. You know, you just have to start ducking. Any sound, you know, you're always on your toes, because, bro, when my father was alive, you don't get any midnight where I wake up, make a peace, so I don't go hear him, they pray, the kabash is palo. You know, as a child then, I just felt like, bro, this man is like, saying that this thing when they do now, he make this shit, they say the way it is. You know, then sometimes, Ingo come, like, so sometimes, you know, we are in our feelings, we can't go down there, and you can't hold us, almost the pre-serious prayer for us, so, you know, so, when all of that was no more, I can't clear it. Then people go begin to show you their true color. You know, people that you thought you are. The original verse of that April 18, those slippers were in front of my house. As I enter parlor, see some of the people get the slippers. Ideally, I supposed to pursue them from my house, but you know, you are grieving. You're grieving. Grieving.
Yeah, grieving.
You're grieving, and you know you're expected to behave a certain way. So I let that slide. You know, that's the loss of my father just exposed me to human beings. You know that my father's best friend at the time, you know, my father never even did 3 hours inside ground self. The man come meet me, tell me say how far, say in family never chop abata. Bro, like this is why like my mother is going to watch
funeral.
My mother is going to watch this interview and say, Junior, it's bad. You know.
Do you think that there are some inner pains? I had to add an S that you have that you feel inside of you. Nobody knows. You might not want to talk about it, but the loss of your father, beginning to work as a man with the expectation that's had of you're a man. I mean, do this thing. And the journey that you have been through. Because when I talk about death, it's not just your music. I mean, it's like in your eyes, the processes that you've gone through and where you are at now. Did those pain or that pain fuel all of this?
Yeah. Maybe don't see me that thing again. All these the diamonds came from all this pressure, yeah.
Sometimes diamonds.
Yeah, sometimes diamond. Most times, I mean, no pressure, no diamond. So yeah, all of that accumulation of pain, disappointment, of unattended angst. You know, there's a difference between anger and angst.
It's deeper.
Yeah, it's deeper. So unattended angst and accumulated, you know, maybe it's nothing.
Are you healing?
Yes, now.
What's your therapy?
Music, bro. Music. And
Do you think he's doing justice to that?
Yeah. That's why every time I'm not thinking about recording, I'm recording or I'm writing. Like that is what I'm healing. Music is healing me. And when I look into my son's eye, my lineage is healing too.
Yeah. I don't know, because when people talk about healing and they say music is healing them, what they're doing is, I tend to question it, because I think that it may be taking away the consciousness of the pain and just you're gliding in an experience of a euphoria of happiness at the moment. And then there's something deeply seated that's just there. And at the spark of an activity or an event, it could show up again.
You get triggered.
Yeah.
So I think that what music does to me is, you know, there are things that I cannot remember that I have experienced, or that I experienced and I have not processed any of them. But I listen to a beat, and I remember something. Muscle memory. I remember something that maybe happened years ago, 10, 20 years ago, you know, because of the music. Maybe a chord reminds me of somebody that I haven't seen, you know. So yeah, I just feel like people, art is subjective, music is art. So the subjectiveness of art will ensure that people have conflicting opinions, like you not agreeing to complete healing and all of that. But you know that healing is a journey. You know, you never say I'm healed. You know, even Lazarus. Wait, it's not be Lazarus. You get leper. I be one thing. You know, you're not completely. So it's just a process. I go one, I go two. I just know that this June, where I was last June, is not where I am this June. So that's the only testament of my healing.
The progress.
Yes, the progress.
I mean, I had to ask that question because of my understanding of the fact that you can get triggered, and so does it mean that you've been healed, right? The fact that you can get triggered, and it's just something you said that sounded really connecting. I think that I'm someone who can forget an experience.
Yes.
And someone doubted me. I felt like I was an alien. I mean, weird. How can you say you cannot remember this thing that happened to you? It's not
There's
possible.
a period I could not remember my father's face. Like I just did like this. I will try to make Kezi. I would tell my mama, please can you send me this picture? She would just be like, why? Out of the blues. I would tell her, make I remember my papa, you know, because I don't forget. Out of sight now, you know, and I mean, it dey happen. You can forget, and na music itself will still remind you of something wey you don't forget. Wey dey your brain here. Now this side dey up your mango. This side dey.
Music. I mean, talking about men and all. Thank God you're healing. It's a journey.
Yeah.
You said music found you, Anyafulugo.
Yes.
I watched a video where you were telling someone that I think you called someone and say, it's like I'm an artist too. Or I'll be singing or something. I don't know how you told the story.
Okay, man. See, just say I don't forget. Let's do the talk. You know, do you know? Guess what? You know, I played you one record from my something I did with my wife.
Yeah.
Do you know that one day, because my wife's an introvert, like my direct opposite.
Yeah.
One day she told me that she wants to show me something. I was like, this one you need to talk, you need to do, you need to cause wala. All of a sudden you want to show me something and I should not, that she doesn't want to see my reaction.
Yeah.
So she gave me her phone, I ran inside her room and locked the door. So, and in front of the phone I saw BandLab. It's a music recording app.
Yeah.
And I saw over like 15 that she has written and recorded. And I didn't know, we live under the same roof. I didn't know that this woman wrote songs. I knew she had a beautiful voice.
Yeah.
Her father told me that his daughter can raise a dead with her voice. So when she dey go church and doing morning devotion, say if she sing like this, say spirit to come. So I knew that singing part was there, but I didn't know that the craft was there. So when I went through the BandLab songs, I was impressed. Banging the door, banging the door, banging the door. Babe, she shy, say I should tell her from the other side of the door what I think. When she know whether she go open the door or not. Tell her so and say maybe she did there. Maybe she did there. So she was there for a while, then she opened the door. I told her, man, I'm inspired, man. This is unbelievable. You doing this thing. And at the time, my son self still a suck breast, like bringing out time. Now they change, they do this one, they do that one, they do that one. Still have time to create art. Anonymously behind my back. It was okay. Maybe because I was not always in the house at the time. I was always on the road. But still, now because of the kind of person we should be. So I was inspired. Then we had a conversation about music. She know nothing concerned. I'm concerned. Let me tell her. There's light here. So I did something. There's something Igbo people we call agu. I pacified my agu. That is why my genre is Afro agu. Because this sound, this melody, when it it's not my melody. It's beyond me. It's bigger than me. Yeah. So when I pacified my agu, music came to me in my dreams, through the first dreams I had. I shared with my woman. She was like, babe, if you've seen this thing in the dream, why not? Yes. Then my first song, Chibuzo, she helped me write the hook. I say, don't be late, this money is my business. If it takes me so long, I promise I'll be made. Yes. Now she write that part of the song. So she inspired this music with, it was a confluence, okay? Yeah. It was a confluence of energies and
and you found yourself. Your wife made you find yourself?
Yes. Now sometimes in finding, I always tell people the thing about love is not, oh my God, I cannot eat without you. Without you I cannot breathe. Any small thing you don't cry. No be that thing, the love. Your love is supposed to lead you to your purpose. Even in Christianity, the love of Jesus Christ is, it's a purposeful love. It's a love that, keeps you on a path, So love should ideally set the ball rolling in your life.
I'm going to record something after this session.
Let's go! Who says no?
Oh God, you have to disappoint people who don't believe in me. Absolutely. But listening to your song when the happy L sent them to me, and
Which one did he send to you?
it was
Shout out!
It was Vlad. I think it was Vlad.
Shout out to Bugatti. Today is even his birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. I was supposed to call him on the radio. I forgot, but that's okay. When I think it was Vladimir. Oh no, Ngongo. I listened to Ngongo, and I was like, "Who is this singer?" And then I think I did all the messaging and everything. And from that moment, I knew that your music was going far. It's just going to take time, right? Time is all it's going to take.
And you are patient.
Yeah, and I like that you're also patient. I mean, it's encouraging. I think you just encouraged me a few minutes ago, telling me that you were telling your manager that you guys are enjoying the journey, that the process you're going through.
The disappointment, the insults,
Yeah.
Person go call you for show. He no go complete money. He go do all those things.
I don't think
Just-
everybody likes your sound. Not everybody likes your sound.
Not everybody likes Beyonce. Do you understand? Even
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, the greatest singer to ever walk the world.
Yeah.
You know, not everybody. My mother thinks Michael Jackson is the devil.
Yeah.
You know, but Michael is who he is. He's the GOAT. So I don't have a problem with people not liking my sound or my music, but I have a problem with people being dismissive of my craft.
Okay.
That's where I have a problem. Because you cannot, in all honesty, in your artistic prowess, listen to my sound or check my craft out, and the only thing your honesty tells you is that this is below par.
Yeah.
You are the most dishonest person in the world.
Yeah.
You know. So I don't think many artists can say this. It's a very strong statement, but you get why I talk.
Not everybody should. So I mean, this is not a question of where do you see yourself and all, but I'm happy that you're enjoying the journey, and I think it's therapy for any man at all. You find purpose and you identify that it's purpose.
Chase it pants down.
And then your you're pursuing it with everything in you.
Every day the sun rises is a new day to
You're making me want to drink water.
get inch closer to your the goal.
Absolutely. I also agree. And I think that work is therapy for a man. Yeah, work is therapy.
You know, if
what work means to a man.
When I have a project I'm working on, man, I'm the man. But when I don't have a project that I want to release, or I just feel like I'm wasting. I just feel like that my space is about to be occupied. So work. Yesterday we did 13 hours or 14.
Whoa.
Right. How many hours did we do from Lagos to Port Harcourt? We did 13 hours. We were on the road. We came back here. I was begging my producer from the road, say I want to record this night, that I'm so stressed and I cannot sleep without, doing something, exerting energy.
Yeah.
So he said no. Say that kind of thing no day. Do you know that
stressed.
everybody was sleeping? I did not find sleep until after 4 a.m.
Whoa.
So now so it be now.
Wow. Yeah, work is therapy for a man. All right. I don't know. You're gonna look into the lens of that camera and talk to a man like you. Now I want you to go deep into that the writing Anyafulugo, or the writer Anyafulugo, the writer. Talk to a man who's going to watch this.
I'm about to get emotional.
And watch this in years to come. I mean, 10 years from now, 20 years, and it will always stand
Resonate the
test of time.
So, hello, young man, old man. Who is a man? What makes a man? Growing up, there was this slangs that my mother taught us. It is the manness in the man that makes the man he is. And up till now, it's still profound. So, every man out there, broken crayons can still color. No matter how broken you are, no matter how much of a trouble your life have become, there are still flickers of light. Just pay attention to the light. Those cracks you've experienced in your life, those are where the light comes in from. Without the crack, the light cannot come in. So be grateful for the cracks, but don't relax in the crack. But your scars are your laurels, really. So keep at it. Kochiri, joy is coming. And she dey come with big nyash.
Oh my goodness, that was so poetic. I mean, I like that I evoked that. I like
That sounded some like some sorry.
like some
Yes,
I like that I evoked that. I mean, you heard it from Anyafulugo, and I'm so happy doing this with you. It's short, but I think that the messages and everything in it, the messaging is beautiful and important. Guys, watch out for Anyafulugo. Do you even need to watch out? I mean, you might just stay in your house and he will come and he will invade you. I mean, that's the journey. Anyafulugo, thank you so much for doing this with me. And I mean, we're going to do a lot of this, in this life.
Yeah.
Wherever I am in the world, wherever you are in the world, I will always be the queen of good conversations.
Yeah.
So you always be on my show.
Yeah. And please, y'all should see, I'm buying the stock.
Yeah.
so early. This girl is a superstar.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for her. She's one of the smartest, women that I've had conversation. And trust me, I've had a lot of conversations with women. But her thought process and the trajectory of her ideals, I am very impressed. So keep it locked and subscribe. Tell your neighbor, tell your ops, tell your ex. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.